Welcome, I'm your host Locum23, and you're joining me for The Cursed Prince, Chapter 12. Cyrus stands in the graveyard, his hands reaching out to you. You grab it and feel a jolt of emotion once your fingers touch. Your mind swirls a mix of sights and sounds and smells. Your mind melds with his. Whoa, I can feel how cold my hand is, but through Cyrus's hand, and like I'm both in both of our heads at once. Be ready, Henrietta. Here it comes. When his painful memory hits, Cyrus lets it flow through both of your minds, and in seconds you're whisked away. Suddenly you and Cyrus are back in the castle. You see Cyrus standing before you, but when he tries to speak, his voice is silent. He shrugs. You see another version of Cyrus in the room, too, his childhood self, who you have seen before. He looks tiny, sitting on the huge bed. Cyrus, the cursed prince, turns and looks at the fragile boy. He looks pained, seeing what he used to be. He seems somewhat overwhelmed, like, does this memory always make him feel this way? I'll say something to grown-up Cyrus. It's just a memory. Try to speak, but you have no voice, as though the sound slips into a void. You look at Cyrus, but you are disoriented, but somehow hear him speaking clearly, except his mouth isn't moving. Am I hearing his thoughts? I remember this feeling. It was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. There we go. Tears ran down the cheeks of young Cyrus. I want to leave this place. Not again. I don't want to live through this anymore. Wait, no. I need to stop wanting to run from all the bad things that happened to me and own up to them instead. Henrietta is right. This is my start. My terrible legacy began on this day. I must watch and learn. Feel tears running down your face, but you aren't sure why. The door opens, revealing a woman you know to be Cyrus's nanny. In just a few years, she would be dead, and that would be my first real kill. Whether I sentenced her to death or if it was by my own hand, I honestly cannot remember. The nanny tells the prince that the time has come and they must set out. I can't imagine Cyrus taking orders from anyone, let alone a servant. Young Cyrus does as he was told. You see the other Cyrus staring at you. He has remembered that you are here with him in his memory. You and Cyrus follow the nanny and young prince out to the graveyard grounds. Wow, it's almost the same as it does in my time, 300 years later. I didn't realize it snows here in the winter. I wonder if Henrietta likes snow. I often do not know what she likes or does not like. I know that she does not like most of me, what I have become, what I have done, and I know that when she rolls her eyes, she is annoyed with me. Sometimes she confuses me, and sometimes it is easier to be cruel to her than to be kind. Hey, I'm right here. Don't talk about me like I'm... Oh, wait. He must not know that I can hear his thoughts, and it means he can't hear mine. You walk to the graveyard through a crowd of mourners. There are two caskets. One is much larger than the other, his mother and his baby sister. Young Cyrus has brought it before the king. His royal assness! He did not even notice I was there. He could not even look at me. Try speaking again to the older Cyrus, but your words disappear into the void. Oh, come on. If I can hear him, there has to be a way to make him hear me. I'll think hard and tell him to hang in there. You focus hard and attempt to send a thought to Cyrus, but he does not respond. Damn, at least I tried. Maybe a little Psy can interact with me somehow. You lean over to young Cyrus. You don't expect he will be able to hear your words, but you try anyway. Hey, you're a good kid. This is not your fault. You are loved. You're a good kid, remember this. Young Cyrus stops crying. He looks in your direction. Cyrus, older Cyrus, reacts. He raises his head and looks at you. It's a strange sensation. I could almost feel her breath in my ear as she spoke to a young version of myself. But I do not know what she said. You feel a pooling in the pit of your stomach, and the scene begins to swirl around you. You blink, and you're with Cyrus in the graveyard alone. It is night again, and the snow has vanished. Cyrus is still holding your arm. He's frozen in thought. I'll tell Cyrus to let go. Okay, Cyrus, the ride is over. You can stop touching me now. Cyrus jerks his hand away. Sorry, I didn't mean to, It's okay, and I'm sorry too. For your loss. So your mother died that day? Yes, what you saw was the day of my mother's funeral. She died a few days after my sister was born. Was she sick? You're uneasy in asking these probing questions, but you can't help it. No, my sister passed away a few hours after birth, and my mother could not take the pain of loss. Especially of losing her first daughter. She took her own life. I wouldn't say awkward. It's very sad. I had no idea. I didn't know, Cyrus. I'm so sorry. It is certainly not your fault, of yours. I was the one that found her dead. I was in her bedroom. Are you okay? For once, the tears that come from my eyes are not from physical pain, but from sadness. However, the pain is even worse. What a horrible kind of pain, especially at such a young age. What was your sister's name? Cyrus smiles just a little bit. Delilah. Delilah Victoria Cross. She lived for nearly 2 years. 2 hours, sorry. I never got to see her face. She was already wrapped in a black burial blanket. By the way, what did you whisper to the younger version of myself? It was very hard to speak, and I don't think he could hear me. It doesn't matter. It made me feel better to say something to him. To you. Whatever. You could say it to me now. Maybe it's something I needed to hear, even if it was 300 years too late. I just wanted to say that you needed to be strong. And one day, you'll meet a really awesome person who will show you everything the world has to offer. You shrug your shoulders and turn away. You hear Cyrus speak softly under his breath. If this all works out somehow, I hope that you will be the one to show me everything, Henrietta. Aww. That's sweet. That being said, I hope y'all did enjoy. We got chapters 13, 14, and 15 left to go, so stay tuned for those. Hope y'all did enjoy. Head down in the description below. There's links to social media, links to my Discord, that you can come hang out with me, as well as many others, and a few links to support me and my content. It's greatly appreciated if you can do so. Otherwise, hit that like and share button, and until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and once again, thanks for watching. Peace!